Back to my channel. My name is Sunny. So in this video we are going to do some practical exercise on Angular DI configurations. So in last video we learned about use value, use class, uh, this use factory and use existing techniques. So in this video we are going to do some practical on it. So we will first start with the use value. So first of all, as we already understood, what is a use value? So this is a one of the DI technique, and its purpose is to provide a static value or constant to a dependency. So as we are using Angular 19 with the standalone applications, so let's start it. So we have to declare provider itself in the component. So I already have created a one component, and this is the link dependency. So here I'm going to do it. So I have to take a uh, first providers. I already took actually. Okay, so this one I already created this providers. Inside it, I declared this provide. Name is custom config, and in the use value, I'm using custom URL, and this was just a static URL, google.com or something. Okay, let's make it google.com. So here use value is like it is used to provide a simple object and which is custom config as a dependency, and this is helpful when we have configuration data or constant to inject. Now how we have to use it? So we have to create a constructor, and then uh, we have to use the at the rate inject decorator uh, to inject the value. So let's make it like this, at the rate inject. We need to import as well, and let's copy it instead. So here what I did, I used at the rate inject decorator to inject a value, and this custom config is nothing which we declared here, and this cust config is nothing, is just a like variable name. And then we can use it in our in our template file, like this one. So we can see in the screen, use value ww, this is google.com, and it's printed here. So let's wrap it again. So use value, it is used to provide a static value or constant to a dependency. So here we used this use value to provide a simple object custom config as a dependency, and we use at the rate inject decorator to inject the value, and then later on in our HTML file we can display it like this with the help of a data binding. So this cursed config is coming from here, this one, and dot custom URL. This is a static value which we have uh, created here. So now let's move to Second example, use class. So it is used to create a new instance of a service class. So I already have created a service, and I will show you as well. So now let's declare it here. No, so we need only this part, like this. So logger service I already have created, and I will show you. So in my logger, this logger service, I have created this function log, where I'm just returning the message. So now this use class will tell Angular to create a new instance of logger service whenever it is injected. And this technique is useful when we want to specify the exact class that should be used for a particular token. So now we have to uh, use it in our component. So let's make it below the constructor. So you can see what I did here. B used I use this inject function to inject the logger service, and then in the log message I'm storing this dot logger is this is service, and inside it there is a log function to which I am passing this message service card. And if I look at my console, I should be able to see the value, or this one in my console. You can see logger message service card, and now we can display the same in our template file, so like this. So log message, so I should be able to see this use class message service card. Now the third one is use existing. So its purpose is to use an existing instance of another service without creating a new one. So I will be creating two services, ally service and base service. So for it, I will try to create the service in the same file. Yes, we can do it. So I already created some code to save the timings. So now understand what I did. I created base service. So at the rate injectable is used to specify that it's a service. I created a base service. Inside it, I created a message, get message, hello from base service. Similarly, get message inside this ally service, hellos from ally service. Now you will be able to understand. Now I will make it practically. So I will copy it to save the timing. So like this. So let me define constant as well. So it will be helpful for you to see the difference. So you don't get confused. Sorry, not constant, it's the comments. So what we are doing here, first we are making allies service act as a base service using use class. So you can see we made this allies service which will act as a base service using this use class. So now the base service is configured to use the existing instance of allies service instead of creating a new one. This means both the allies service and base service will refer to the same instance. Now let's make it. So here I am injecting the base service, and after it the base service should refer to this get message. So this line should refer to this get message hello from base service. And now you will see we have same name function in both the classes, and if we try to call it in our template, so you will be able to understand the difference. Now what I'm going to do, uh, in my template file I'm going to paste it, use existing. This message is nothing, this message is this variable coming from line 47, and you can see hello from base service. So we understood how allies service and base service are referring to the same instance, and base service is configured to use the existing instance of allies service instead of creating a new one. So in this example, hellos from allies service, but in our case it is printing base service. So we need to understand why it's happening. Base service will get message. So now this base service, this is using as existing instance of this one. So we are calling base service, and now what we call ally service. So you can see whatever we are calling, uh, it's still printing the message hello from base service. So whether we call ally service, now it won't matter whether we are injecting ally service or base service, it's still giving the message hello from the base service. So now this example, there could be some mistake actually, but yeah. So but we can understand by doing from the screen that for both the cases, whether we are injecting ally service or base service, it's still calling the method from the base service. So now last one is use factory. To use a factory function, it is used to use a factory function to dynamically create a service instance. So what we have to do here, uh, we have to create a factory function, and then assign it inside the providers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another class. So here I created API service class with the help of injectable decorator. Inside it, create a function, get data. It will return data from API service, and I need to create a factory function. So now this factory function returns an instance of, it will return an instance of API service. And this technique is useful when we need some logic to determine how to create a service. So Angular will call the factory function whenever it is needed. It needs an instance of API service. So let's try to use it. So here I am injecting API service, and this API service will call this get data. So where is this get data? Inside service. And one thing which we need is, uh, we need to declare the same in our providers, like this. So now we can show it in our template file, this data variable, line number 63, which is declared on line 63, and you will be able to see what happened here. Redirected to home page dependency and data from API service. So now we understood this use value is used to inject a constant or static value. Use class is used to create a new instance of the specified class. Use existing, this is used to it uses an existing instance of another service, avoiding duplication. And use factory, it is used to uh, it uses a factory function to dynamically generate a service instance. So guys, by using these techniques, Angular allows us for flexible and efficient dependency injection, making it easier to manage and configure service. So hopefully you found this video to be helpful, and if you found, then please do share, subscribe and like. So catch you in the next video.